Bovine placenta, the breakfast of champions. Yep, y'all gotta get naked. It's warming way on up today. Bovine placenta, the breakfast of champions. Never seen a dog or a coyote that didn't love to eat that. Oh, getting a little corn. Yeah, getting a little low on corn. We got plenty for this morning. I got the buckets filled up. But that may be one of our goals for the day, is catch up with my uncle and see if we can procure another buggy full. We fill this thing up one more time. Trying to think. Today is February 22nd, so yeah, we fast forward 2 months, they'll be gone. They're going like the first 3 Mondays in April. So anyway, oh yeah, Sadie said, delicious. Yeah, it's from that second cow that calved kind of right at the end of the last video. We moved them up here for the night, and they stayed in the barn. They're doing well. We'll get out there and look at those others as well. But yeah, see if anybody else tried to calve overnight. Don't see anything, just looks immediately as such, but we haven't gotten head count yet. Okay, soybean meal. But yeah, one of the most common questions we get, and we love it, we love all your questions. Leave a comment or a question below, is, hey, what are you feeding those steers? Obviously the corn, but what else is going with it? And so, number one, I can email you an exact. It's a PDF file. I don't have an internet link to it or anything, that's why I can't just share that, but I can email it to anyone. My email is in the description of every video. You can go to hurricanecreek.farm and contact us there, but I can send you the exact PDF file. It's like 4 or 5 pages, but it's whole shell corn, it's soybean meal, and then the pellets are this right here. If you're in Tennessee or have access to Tennessee Farmers Co-op feeds, it's tag number 441, 36% protein, tender lean, concentrated pellet. Comes in that red bag, I guess, and says concentrate. So you really got to stare at it for a little while if you're following instructions. But now, in all seriousness, just because you do have to mix it, you don't feed that feed straight. It's a relatively small percentage compared to the corn. Okay. But yeah, get a lot of questions about that. Love it. Love helping people out. Yeah, if you want that file, email me and I'll email it back to you, or just give me your email address in the comments. I guess that would work too. Sometimes I don't see all the comments though. This little guy, I'm gonna sound like a broken record. He doesn't look any worse. He doesn't look any better. Looks about the same. So all both his water buckets are frozen solid. So we're gonna tote him a little water. Maybe the last morning we have to do that. I think we get down into the maybe mid-20s again tonight. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow it's just breaking a little ice, but not frozen solid. Okay, we're gonna check on everybody. Yeah, I don't know, they're way out there, but last cow to calve, black one right there. I can see the calf laying down behind her. The Hereford cow. Oh, her calf's actually up on her feet following her right there. So those two in good shape, just as we expected. We'll see if anybody else calve. Calving conditions improving quite a bit. I don't know why I walked all the way over here, but now that I have, I'll just use this hydrant. I'm gonna just dip some water out of that tank. That's what happens when I'm talking. It's hard for me to do 2 things at once. Your calving conditions should be much better, kind of for the foreseeable, 10 or so day forecast. much warmer, much warmer. I think we dip just below freezing tomorrow night again as well. And then there's not even any freezing temperatures in the 10-day or so forecast after that. So we'll take it, and really not, there's a couple of little rain chances here and there, but really once the snow melts and dries up, looks like we ought to be relatively dry, for February. But anyway, I'm rambling. Let's get everybody else fed. Yeah, there's that first baby that was born right as the storm started. You can see she is finer than frog hair. We're gonna walk out here. Look like we're 6 short on coming up to feed, but a bunch of them were already crowded around the hay ring and just weren't willing to walk up there to eat. It's frozen ground's a little hard on their feet. They get a little tender. We did go ahead and cut back how much we're feeding them today. They get about 2 pounds per head on just a typical day. When that weather got rough, we just doubled it up. About 4 pounds per head, which for animals that size, that's not a lot of feed either way, but they got all the hay they can ever want. Protein lick tubs too, so. But giving them that little bit of feed, gives them a little extra energy, a little extra boost, and makes it easy to catch them when we need to. Well, there is 6 more cows, so everyone's accounted for. We're all gonna just walk over here and be sure nothing's up. Got one cow laying down. She is an older cow. She's been a little bit lame. This will be her last calf that she has for us. I've already kind of committed myself to that. It's like, I was going to sell her last fall, but when we checked them, she was bred back, and she's the one that does have me worried. She's an old gal. This harsh weather certainly doesn't do, well, any of them any favors, but certainly not her. Check on her, the rest of these gals, see if anybody looks like anything's up, or if they just made the calculated decision that they'd rather stand right here and eat the hay that's right in front of them rather than walk over that, all the way over there just to get a couple of bites of feed. Hereford cow there's making a pretty good bag. She might be a good candidate for our next one to calve. 316, there's a heifer. Yep, and then there's that newest calf who Sadie was just enjoying the placenta from that birth. We're gonna leave you alone. Sadie, you may wanna reconsider. Let's check on this old gal. Hey girl, you in good shape? Everything alright? Yeah, that left her foot. She's been lame for a while. So, alright. Good deal. Gotta get in here. It's Saturday. First Saturday in a while that we haven't had any youth sports in terms of ball games. Willis's last game was last Saturday. Kimber does have softball practice though, which of course still lots of snow on the ground. They're gonna be in the indoor facility, but girls gotta go do that, so we get back in here, be sure Willis gets fed. We can head up the road, then we need to see if we can find some corn before we run completely out. All right, like usual, put a little feed out for them as well. My little monkey man helper was climbing on trees and whatnot. Got a few of them kind of stirred up. Y'all just aren't gonna get any feed if y'all don't go on in there. But anyway, yeah, they had cleaned up pretty much all that hay over there except for that one roll that they probably aren't ever gonna eat. Still got a little hay in those 2 feeders, so we knew they weren't gonna be out, but the ground is actually starting to thaw out a little bit already. Probably our last chance to have real good hard ground without a lot of mud for a few days. We should dry up pretty quick too once this gets melted. So I went ahead and took advantage of that. The way hopefully it'll be good and dry before we need to bring the truck down here with some hay again. You can put your seatbelt on? You gonna tell everybody what the puppy's name is?
Neely.
Neely, if you couldn't hear that. I think that's what we're going with. Nothing's set in stone, but that one seems to be sticking so far. Well, looks like we got one fresh out of the oven down here. Which, by the way, we fast forwarded now to Sunday morning. Willis and I did go up to the other farm yesterday afternoon, check some fences, did some walking, just scouting. But I was gonna start off this video this morning saying, I thought 503, number 33, G39, there's a couple others. We may have multiple casts today. What's actually pretty cool about this one, and it's just coincidence it happened out this way. That's cow number 503. And somebody asked in one of our last videos, our numbering system. So she's a 2015. She was not born on this farm, but she came to us, she didn't have a tag. So that way I always know what year she was born, how old she is. 2015 model, so her tag number starts with a 5. Obviously it's 2025 now. We're reusing a lot of those numbers. This is the 3rd calf of the year, so 503 has calf number 503. So yeah, and we could use 4 digits, and she could have been 1503, and this could have been 2503, but that thing is not even remotely close to being dry. In fact, I got my tag with me. I'm gonna leave them alone for right now. No need to, I'm gonna let her do her thing. Calf is not even remotely close to being cleaned up. All right, I'll leave you alone. Yeah, if I was a betting man, I would say won't be the last calf we have today. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, Willis and I came and did a little hiking yesterday, didn't we, buddy?
Yep.
So we basically walked, not the entire perimeter fence on this farm, but probably 2/3 of it, and found about 4 or 5 spots about like this. So, yep, this tree down right there. Might not have really, well, we're gonna have a few broken wires. We need to get it cut off and fixed, and yeah, repeat this about, again, 4 or 5 times. But it's warmed on up, we're into the 40s already. But yeah, I'd much rather be doing this today than on a day when it's in the 70s. Getting ready for some new calves to be coming in here in the very near future. One down, just 3 or 4 more to go. What you doing, boy? Willis is practicing his tree climbing skills. He is helping though, he's grabbing stuff when I need it. All right, let's get to it. All right, Willis and I got, I don't know what, 5 or 6 spots on the fence patched on the farm up the road. So at least 2 of our 3 main pastures there are ready for us to bring in some new calves. Got back home. Might should have tagged this calf earlier while it was still wet and wasn't on its feet yet, because they're off down there in the woods. They were laid out here on this nice south-facing slope, enjoying these mid-50s on some of that hay that we had unrolled, and I didn't even get through the gate, and she had the calf up and moving. So we'll see if we can get out in there, get our hands on it, find out if we got a bull or a heifer, and get a tag in its ear. Easy, Mama. I'm not here to hurt him. I'm not here to hurt you, baby. All right. Bull or heifer. Another heifer. 3 calves born, 3 heifers. All right. All right. She's all yours. I'll leave her alone. It's a good mama. Good and protective, not overly protective. Whoa, calf, you trying to get me killed? Calf was coming right at me. Yeah, first 3 calves, all heifers. While we're on the subject of new life, I will inform you that the sick little bull calf been in the barn, he died last night. Not sure. I really don't know what was wrong with him. We treated him for parasites, for coccidia, and treated him like he might have been a pneumonia as well. I don't know. Last day or two, I could just tell he was not eating or drinking really any. So we had started to feel, pretty negative in terms of prognosis. So yeah, it's not all sunshine and new babies, even though we do have those 2 things today. It's never fun losing one. Don't care what age or class of animal, but yeah, kind of a double whammy right now with these calves is prices where they are. I mean, that calf probably, if he was well and on his feet, probably worth somewhere between $1,200 and $1,500. Of course, that's a big fat 0 now. So anyway, all right, so our goal for the rest of the afternoon, rest of the day, we just need to get some corn. I talked to my uncle yesterday. He said, thought after lunch today, which is just now 1 o'clock, I'm sure they're having a family lunch like tend to do on Sundays. This crew says they're hungry, which fortunately for them, got good news. We went and filled the gravity wagon up what should be one last time for this year. Should be more than enough to get us through the slaughter dates for all them. We'll see if we can move this thing with side-by-side, kind of like we tried last time. Moved it pretty good last time. It was just a little too muddy. And yeah, you can see where we're gonna be going over there. It's still very muddy, but I'm gonna see what we can do. See if we can make this a little easier than trying to back it in there with the tractor, but I have a feeling we're gonna be going to get the tractor here in just a minute. Well, I award myself 10 points for getting it done. I award myself 0 points for, exact placement. And yeah, I can't back up. It's too muddy. Thing doesn't have enough power. Comes down to, am I gonna be obsessive compulsive and insist that it be straight? Because it's completely under the barn, it's out of the weather, the tongue is out, where the horse aren't gonna step on it. I think I'm gonna just be fine with it. I'm gonna leave it right here. So anyway, we can put our magnetic board on there to fill up our buckets. Yep, and I'm gonna tell myself, be happy with that. So, okay. Boy, the day has gotten away from us. It's after 4 o'clock now, which means, and we were out of corn. Like, every last kernel was out of that thing. And we got that one feed tub right there that's got maybe a bucket worth of corn in. Well, I've got to re-record some of that there at the end. The microphone came off. But as I was saying, we're gonna get these animals here fed because we were out of corn. We'd been going to town to buy some bags of corn. Had I not been able to make mine and my uncle's schedule work out this afternoon, like thankfully we did. Doesn't look like any more new calves born today, just that one. We're gonna be out there on the tractor putting some hay out. They've got a little bit of hay in that feeder they're gathered around. Others are empty. Yeah, it'd be nice to wait and do it tomorrow. It'd be just a little drier, but tomorrow's Monday, I'm back to work. We can sometimes make that work on lunch break, but that makes for a pretty hectic day. So we're gonna do that. Yep, we're gonna unhook that buggy right there. Don't know what we're eating for dinner, probably some leftovers. Already had some leftover chili for lunch, so we've been eating our beef. You know we want y'all to do the same. Y'all eat beef and God bless.